Hey guys, it's Yazid from Sharpmen.com.
Hey, it's Serena. Today we are picking up DJ Claudius Raphael, one of New York's best kept secrets.
Can't wait to hear more about him. Let's review.
Let's.
Claudius, the ride?
Sure, why not?
I'm in. Where are we going?
We're going to, let's go to the Oakland. I was always the kind of kid that had a radio somewhere nearby. Like, you know, other kids wanted to get G.I. Joe and you know, I always wanted some kind of radio, so, you know, either a radio or my dad would take me down to, God, I'm dating myself again. Sam Goody or Crazy Eddie to go get some records. I always make tapes, and you know, wherever we hang out, I'd bring a radio and I'd play the tape that I made, you know what I mean? That's,
right.
And that was always a function that was a part of me.
So what would you say was the turning point in your DJ career, to get back to that?
I think it was when I finally got fired from my day job.
That'll do it.
I was working at Pink Elephant, and that's where I actually got my first, like, you know, serious, you know, DJ gig outside of working, you know, trunk shows and fashion shows and pop-up shows and stuff like that. I was an open format / hip hop DJ in the beginning.
Right.
And then ever since I started working at Pink, you know, I became, like, you know, more drawn to house music.
Let's just go into your hospitality group, the Dual Group. What got you into that?
Well, we have a very tight-knit community here in New York, and there's a bunch of groups operating over a very small amount of real estate.
Sure.
So we all know each other. We all know about each other. I've always known about, you know, Dual Group ever since they started. So they somehow got a hold of my number, and they reached out to me. It was like, "Are you in the area?" I was like, "As a matter of fact, I am." And they were like, "We need you at Revel Gardens, like, right now. Like, our DJ has to leave. He's got an emergency, and he needs somebody to fill in. We always wanted you. You're great. Let's make it happen." I was like, "Cool, let's make it happen." I go over there, and as soon as I started playing, there was like a match with myself, the crowd, the team, the staff. It was like magic starting to happen. Like, the crowd was going absolutely nuts. Everybody was having a great time, and it just made a lot of sense. And ever since then, we were like, you know what? We definitely have to work together. No, I'll never.
Why is that?
Because I'll never, I won't be as passionate about my craft if I'm sitting there crunching numbers and trying to, like, provide people to have a good time in that manner. My next step would be production, actually creating the music. Not to own a place and run it. It takes a lot of work, and that's why I give a lot of credit to my team, because I don't get involved in the promotion and the marketing aspect and the operation aspect. Those guys have it down to a scary science.
Wow.
Like, it's crazy to watch my team work. And you know, when I first learned that is when we did St Barths together. And we're in an island together, and we're staying at the same villa, you know, and we see the same faces, sun up to sundown. We're around each other, you know, 24 hours around the clock. And I'm watching these guys that I worked with in the city, you know, on the weekends only, and I'm watching how they work all the time. It's around the clock. It's always ongoing. It's never taking a break. And I have a lot of respect for those guys for that.
There's nothing to do till I put myself up to it, and there's nothing to say, 'cause I won't go through it, and there's nothing to do till I put myself up to it.
When did you feel that you you were actually gonna make a real living out of your passion?
It was more like trial by fire. It wasn't like, you know, I had a choice. You know, it was either I go back to corporate America and, you know, go back to the cubicle, or just believe in myself and really give this all I have. And I said I'm going to give it all I have.
Yeah. And you remember your first check that you looked at and then you were like, wow, I can't believe I'm making this. Yeah. I can't believe they gave me this.
Taped it to the wall.
This feels good. You remember?
Yeah.
What was that one?
That was coming back from the south of France.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not so shabby.
Yeah, yeah. And Mykonos, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
All in one summer. So that's when I really like, okay. I'm gonna do this. And that's when I started to really realize the effect that I had on people as well, because during that summer, and that was 2 summers ago, I had a chance to bounce all around south of France. I went to Zurich, I went to Germany, I went to Mykonos, all within the span of like, you know, 3 or 4 weeks. And it's each party, different place, different country, no matter what. I really learned something that summer that, you know, people are attracted to passion.
I'm curious about the evolution of the club business.
Okay.
Okay, you know, there's a lot of nostalgia around the parties of back in the day.
Like I told you, people are attracted to passion.
Right.
Okay? When you take Studio 54 and you have Studio 54, they will have Donna Summer, they'll have, you know, Barbra Streisand, Mick Jagger, you know, all these huge people. And you won't know that they're there on a flyer. They'll just show up.
Right.
That's their thing. I mean, they'll just show up and they won't exploit, they won't over promote the fact that, hey, Mick Jagger was at this club. And I'm noticing a lot of the venues these days, and it's no fault of their own, they're doing what they have to do, but it's a lot of cheap advertisement of what they're doing. Instead of making it special, let it just happen and let somebody report about it, you know. And that's why I say, you know, it's going more towards the private loft parties that nobody talks about.
Right.
You know, the private house parties that you know, nobody mentions, and they don't want it mentioned.
Right.
And that's where you'll see like the nostalgia.
We're almost to get into the Oak Room right now. Tell us a little bit about the history of this place and how you got involved.
I got involved with the Dual Group day and night to do this brunch party at the Oak Room. And at first I didn't think we were going to be able to pull it off, because here I am thinking, okay, the Oak Room, that's like throwing a massive wild bash in grandma's house, like, you know, while she's home. It's a place where top businessmen meet and network. So it's like, you know, Frank Sinatra playing in the background, you know, smooth jazz. It's totally unlike what we do. I said, okay, let's do it. And it was one of the best parties I've ever done in my life.
library or university and you're rocking it.
I think that's what people are most attracted to, is the paradox of throwing, you know, the wild brunch party in grandma's house.
Tell us about the first one, the first party. Were you guys nervous?
Nervous.
You knew it was gonna do well.
Well, here's the thing. When we throw a party, all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. Were we nervous? A little bit, yeah. Did it mess with our performance? No, not at all, because everybody knows their role, so. We have a brunch club. We have people that show up at our brunches like on a consecutive basis. This is their Sunday or Saturday afternoon, and where they come back and see the same smiles, see the same laughter, and with the same people, and it's okay. Daytime parties, you want to go kind of like more on the pop end, very energetic. You want to keep it rotating, keep it interesting. We want people to come in here, settle in, you know, get together, wait for their friends to come together, and enjoy themselves, and then we take them on a musical journey.
But now off to the Hamptons for you, right?
Now off to the Hamptons for me, yeah.
What's happening over there?
Tonight is South Point.
South Point.
Yeah, and South Point is my baby. It's just an amazing, amazing club for the energy, the sound system, the lights. You know, it's got great energy. One of my favorite places to play.
So we're following Claudius in his adventure tonight. He's DJing at South Point, one of the most exclusive clubs in the Hamptons. It's nuts inside. Let's go check it out.